love you, Benji.
Capretta. Come here, let me talk to you. Just slow down for a second. You walking off fast. Like, let me say something. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. I need that. I need that. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. I need that. I need that. Look, how you doing? What's your name? Hold up. Are you single? Any kids? What's up? Give you love, friendship, and trust. I know this all sound like a lot, but what? I do what I feel is right. I'm here
Surviving North, I am here, your host, Kid Problem. I got some good people here with me. Got my co-host, Ab, over here. What's
Yo,
good,
I'm
Ab? What's
here.
good?
What's good?
What's good? And I got my guy, Oski, man. I think they can hear you, man.
Okay.
Can they hear him? They can hear him?
Press the white button.
The white button is pressed?
No, on the box.
On the box, the blue box.
Okay. Oh,
You
no.
press it in?
Press it in, yeah.
Am I here? Am I here?
Oh.
One second.
I think that was it. Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Oski here, man. Pleasure. Pleasure.
Man, Oski, I got so many questions for you today.
Yeah, man.
But I'm going to say first, who are you and what do you do? And just tell me who you are, man.
Man, my name Oski. I'm a rap artist from Newark, New Jersey, born and raised in the Ironbound section of Newark. And just a very positive, humble family guy, man, that's just pushing out here for the people that look like me, man.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Just that simple, in all type of ways, man. Through music, being a example out here, in the streets. Everywhere I go, man, just being that example, man.
Right.
That's what our youth need to see. They need to see more, positive brothers putting in that work. I see you got a red book back here with you. What's that about?
Man, this book bag is this is part of the message. This is actually the overall just purpose of the message that I'm pushing for the youth out here through my music. And it's called one of the songs is called Book Bag.
Can we get a sample of this song?
I got the whole song for you.
You got it here?
Yeah, I got the whole song for you.
We got it. We can get into that.
Yeah, we could get into that, but real quick. But this book bag is just a symbol to represent. One day happen to be prepared for the real world that's out here, and that's the message that I want to get across to the youth. So that's why, I use this book bag to connect with them, letting them know how important the education is.
Right.
So I definitely got the song for y'all here, and we can get into it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So good.
Hit next.
Hit next.
To the left.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Get better every day, man.
Right.
Get better every day.
Did it? Hit next.
Yeah, I did. And it disappeared. Oh, man. I'm going to click it again.
Ask another question.
Huh?
Another question.
All right, look. Before we get into the song, because we having some technical difficulties, what made you think of the song? What made you think of this whole book bag tour? Because I know the song go hand in hand with the book bag tour.
I'm gonna start off with the song first. Being an artist, as I was just continuing to grow, better my craft, and understand what am I trying to get out of what I'm doing with my music, and just always just being a positive person, learning from my mistakes as I was growing up. When it came to my music, I always wanted to uplift and encourage, my listeners. So, and at the time I made the song, this song was made in 2017. So this been years of just growing, and pushing this message. But a lot of the negative music, you know, that's being promoted in the industry. That was a big inspiration to me wanting to make this song for the youth, man. And I was just like, man, our youth needs something positive, man. You know, I came across this beat, and you know, it just started flowing, man.
I feel you. We about to get into it right now. We got it loaded up. We ready to go. Oski, book bag.
Perfect sound.
I got it all in my boogie.
I got it all.
Real funk.
I got it all in my boogie.
That's right, I got it all.
My boogie. I got it all in my boogie.
I got it all.
My boogie. All in my boogie.
It's all in my book bag, not one thing missing. Brand new notebook, packing number 2 pencils. Jumbo eraser for when I make a mistake. And my sharpener, just in case my pencil ever break. Gotta be prepared when I'm making my way to school. Can't forget my brain, that's one of my most important tools that I need. I'm young and gotta succeed. Ready for anything this world wants to throw at me. I'm up every morning bright and early. Put my book bag packed full of supplies, lunch box and snacks. Zip it up, make sure it's tight and throw it right on my back. Me with my friends to head to school so I'm not late for class, cause I can't be. If I create this habit, they gon' have to suspend me. Staying on the right path is how it should be. So don't make no mistakes, don't be good, be great. And when they ask if you prepared, you can say,
I got it all in my boogie.
I got it all.
My boogie. I got it all in my boogie.
That's right, I got it all.
My boogie. I got it all in my boogie.
I got it all.
My boogie. All in my boogie.
You gotta prove that you're responsible enough to be trusted. And by doing that, you gotta listen and pay attention. Follow all rules and regulations that's given by your teachers, principal, and all staff in the building of your school. And when you're home, do the same for your parents. You have no other option. Later in life, you understand it. Tell yourself that you can do it. Never think that you can't. Become somebody in life. Own the business instead. Get your homework done every night before you go to bed. Don't watch TV too long, cause you gon' need some rest. Study more than you normally do. Life's a test, we all gonna have to pass. One day, don't stress. Make smart decisions and always show love to your classmates. Help each other out instead of roaming in the hallways. You're the future of tomorrow. My book bag's packed if there's anything you need to borrow.
All in my boogie.
I got it all.
My boogie. I got it all in my boogie.
That's right, I got it all.
My boogie. I got it all in my boogie.
I got it all.
My boogie. All in my boogie.
Listen, boys and girls, go to school and learn something. That's what you're supposed to go there for. Always have your book bag packed. Always be responsible. And go to school, man. Get an education. That's the most important thing in this world you could ever want to do. You know. Everything that I need is all in my book bag.
That track long.
That was
4 minutes.
4 minutes. 15 seconds.
I appreciate y'all letting it ride, though, man.
No problem, my guy. No problem.
Yes, sir.
I had a few questions for you. I'm about to just get into these questions, man.
Yeah,
Look,
man.
What is Newark to you?
Man, Newark to me is home, man. Newark is Newark is everything. This like, you know, every time I think about where I'm gonna be, you know, one day, man, I just think about how like motivated and ready I am to just pour out how much, you know, I love my city. You know?
The questions is not in order, so it's gonna
Nah, I
go,
ain't
it's gonna
worried
go
about
all
that.
over the
We gonna,
place.
you know,
Look,
we
I gotta
good.
ask it. You
Yeah.
know, it's recent in the news. What do you think about what happened to Trump? You know,
Man.
do you think the Trump getting shot was staged? Do you think that was fake, real?
But did he actually get hit?
He got
I
like a little
grazed?
like a little paper clip.
Okay. Paper clip. I mean,
Paper cut.
with the energy that he puts out there, man, I wouldn't put it past, you know, that not being real. You know, I'm not following politics, but we all do have an eye on Trump just because of the person, you know, he is and how much just chaos he's causing in the world, man. So I don't know, man, if it was staged, if it was real, but I do know that those was real shots, and hopefully nobody got hit.
Nah, somebody died.
Somebody died?
I guess the guy that was trying to get Trump,
Yeah.
he hit somebody else, a firefighter.
Man.
He was there with his kids and his wife, and he got hit. I don't know his name, but somebody did die.
Man, may God bless them, man. But I tell y'all, the energy that Trump do put out there, man, I wouldn't put anything past, him getting hurt happening, man.
Any thoughts over there, bro?
Oh no, I just want to get it back into the music. Like we went off a little bit with the politics. I feel you though because it's fresh. But
yeah,
who was your influences?
Back going to music.
In music.
In music, man. My biggest influence in music is J. Cole. Like early on, I've been
I see that a lot.
Like when he first came out, I was on him. I was on him ASAP, and he was actually one of the first artists to open my eyes when it came to painting a picture. And I was like, I really like that. Like
So you were like a fan, like
yeah,
Friday Night Lights fan.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights, man. I tell y'all a crazy story about J. Cole. My partner, my producer, he had surprised me on one of my birthdays. This was early on. J. Cole, he did the Dollar in the Dream, concerts where you pay $1 to get in. But you got to wait in line. And my partner, he won tickets on the radio, like Power 105, one of them. And he had surprised me. He like, yo, I got tickets to the J. Cole. I won the tickets to the show. I'm like, nah, here, what? So we went to New York, and we actually got to meet him and everything. I got a picture on my phone. I'm gonna show y'all. And that was dope. That was a dope moment, man, because he was definitely somebody that I was growing to like really be a fan of, man. When I found the picture, I'll show y'all. I got it right here, matter of fact. But at the time I was fresh. I was fresh with music, so like I ain't had nothing for him.
Right.
But just meeting him, growing to being a fan of his, it was a dope experience. I'll show you. That was early on, J. Cole.
Oh yeah, that's where he just came out.
Yeah.
That don't even look like you, bro. Who was
He's
that?
young as hell. I'll show you too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just always go when people ask me, man, like some of my influences, J. Cole. I love a lot of different artists, but when it comes to my style and the type of music that I make, definitely J. Cole.
My next question for you is: do you think artists have to make negative music in order to make it in the game?
No, you do not, man. I think that start with first understanding who you are. I think it first start with understanding who you are, man, because the power of the message you putting out there should reflect on, your personality.
Yeah, but most are doing it for that quick bag.
Definitely.
They see their friends trying to do it, so it's like, oh, I gotta rap about X, Y, and Z in order to make it, something like that,
And it took me a while to understand that, because I'm such a person as I'm giving you my truth.
Right.
When I'm telling you who I am in my music, same person that's who I am in person, and I understand that. And it's like, and we see it, we hear it. A lot of people that's making that music, that's not who they really are.
Right.
So can you just go back to that question? What was the question?
Do you think that artists feel like they have to make negative music in order to make it?
No, my bad. I know I got a little out, but no, they don't. They don't, man. You can still get it off. You can still get the message you trying to get out off and still be authentic. Just being authentic. Being your true authentic self, you can still get where you're trying to be with making music.
Right. What would you say is the state of hip hop? Like, where would you say is headed to?
Man, self-destruction. Currently.
Self-destruction.
Right now. Like music is so powerful and influential, and man, like, there is a part of hip hop that's solid and standing its ground with those who want to elevate and uplift people, and then you got the bullshit, so it's all about, I feel like, what you following, which way you deciding to go. You going with the bullshit that's gonna lead to self-destruction and down the wrong path, or you gonna follow something that's gonna like enlighten you, motivate you to be better.
Would you say that it is an agenda that they pushing self-destruction?
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Purposely? Why?
man.
I have an
It's
idea,
all-
but I want to hear what you.
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. It's too, man. At the end of the day, it's to keep people that look like us. You know, keep them down, man. They don't like this
Low
world.
frequency.
Yeah, they don't want to see people that look like us elevating. And I learned that it's a business and it's a deeper purpose to just, you know, putting a bag behind these artists that's talking about a bunch of bullshit.
Mm. Yeah, and I see it because a lot of young brothers and sisters are very, you know, misguided, and they can get influenced easily, you
Very
know.
easily.
And coming up, even having good parent and, you know, just a good family structure, I almost fell victim just, you know, following behind the trends, the negative people, trying to become a rapper, rap about X, Y, and Z. Then, you know, go out in the real world, people see it, and then they challenge you. Now
Yeah.
you gotta stand on
that.
everything that
Yep.
you said, even though you was just trying to make it out with a catchy song that you probably like stretched the truth just a little bit.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, that's what I had to. That was my experience. My next question for you was: do you feel like the things you speak about in your music is going to get you where you need to be,
Hell yeah.
and why?
Hell yeah, man. Because I'm being authentic, you know, to myself and everything. The message that I'm pushing in my music, man, and uplifting people and motivating them to be better. You gon' get positive results out of that, you know, and you gonna grow. You gonna get to where you need to be. So I fully believe in that. When you influencing, when you being a positive, when your message is positive, you gonna get where you trying to get.
But no, the next question that go hand in hand with that one is: would $10 million, $10 million.
What's up?
If somebody offered you $10 million to change your rap style, would you do it?
No.
Why?
Money don't motivate me, man. At the end of the day, it's not about.
$10 million could do a whole lot.
It can.
You can fix
It
the
sure-
neighborhood later.
It sure can, but you know, man, I'm about doing what's right, and I'm not gonna let money be the motive to, you know, me changing my message, my style, and everything that I'm just talking about. My whole purpose of what I'm trying to pursue with my music.
One song
ain't
about
taking
the
it.
strip clubs. One song, $10 million.
Cause like I said, at the end of the day, man, I'm about, you know, I ain't got kids yet.
Right.
You know, I got a bunch of little cousins, you know, and I think about how are they gonna survive Newark? How are they gonna survive out in this world? You know, and it start with us adults. You know, they watch us, they listen to us, they pay attention to what we do. So I think about that. I'm not gonna take 10 mil just to make this quick song, knowing how powerful your influence is. You know, like I said, it goes back to being authentic. Like the same person I am that you hear in music, it's the same person you're gonna see and hear when I'm out in the streets. You run into me like this is the same person that, you know, people in my family know me to be. So I'm never gonna make a move like that, man.
Word. I
Never
hear
gonna
you.
make a
Stay
move
10
like that.
toes to be who you are, brother.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So the next question is: if you had the power to change the industry, would you? And if so, what would you change?
Man, that's a great question. If I had the power to change the industry, I definitely would. I would change. I would take out the music execs, and I know that's a big move. You know, the white man who own these record labels and the ones.
No, I said,
Oh yeah, the ones that make the decisions to bring in these artists who they don't really care about. They just care about the business, making the money.
They put insurance on these rappers, the life insurance.
Yes,
Just
yes.
is, and then they get on whack.
And that's bad. Yeah, and that's why I say it's deeper. It's deeper, but we got to grow to understand that. Because, like, you know, back before I made the Book Bag song, I was like, yo, how this person getting on? Like, why? I know I'm good. I'm nice. I talk about, you know, positive things in my music. Wasn't really understanding the business behind how all this, you know, understanding how all this works. So that's something I would change. I would take out, you know, these record execs who don't care about how much this music is being a negative influence in the black and brown communities, and I will put in people like us you know, who want to see our people thrive, who want to see our people survive. Newark, who want to see our people survive in this world, and uplift them and motivate them to be something. That's
I feel
exactly
like-
who I would target.
I feel like the black community has always, well, for a long time, been like a profitable business, and I feel like, look, who we got the most single parent households. We filling up the prisons. You know, we buy all of the flashy stuff. I feel like the people at the top that's having these rappers promote the clothes, the cars, the drugs, the alcohol, the partying your life away, and don't ever do anything constructive with your life. They know what the outcome is, because look, they own these brands, these designer brands. They own the prisons. They own the record labels. They own the real estate. They own everything. It's like a cycle, and we the only ones that haven't realized what's going on.
Yeah, man.
My next question I had for you was, this is basically for all of us in here. What do you think about the 24 hours lineup? Shouldn't that be a showcase about Newark's positive things and people?
24-hour line. What's that?
24 hours.
24 hours
a
apiece.
Oh, the 24-hour peace concert.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, me and my right hand mans was just talking about this.
They gonna have Lola Brooks.
We were talking about this a few months ago about the lineup, man. It should definitely be about first having Newark artists, you know, headlining, and having artists up there that's conscious, that's pushing a positive message.
Right.
Because what does it matter for you promoting something called the 24 hours of peace, and you bringing up artists that's not representing that? It's a total opposite. So it makes absolutely no sense, man. It's a prime example. They laying it out in our face that this thing is about a different agenda.
I feel like it's political in a way.
It's definitely
Political,
politics
yeah.
in a way.
Politics.
Yeah.
Yep,
definitely.
y'all hit it right on the nose. Politics.
It's like it's bringing attention to the city, but not for the right reasons. But
Not-
we're going to label it as positive. You know, just looking at some of the people in the lineup, it is some people from Newark that's up there, but I feel like the whole thing should be about Newark, not just bringing in people just because you think the people is going to come and want to see this, or the attention that it might get on social media. I feel like if we're going to do something labeled 24 hours apiece, we need the people that's actually front line, that's going hard.
I
You hit
agree
it
with
right
you.
on the nose.
I agree with you 100%.
What's your thoughts on it?
Basically everything you said, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
What you said too, because this our city. Where our artists at. We should be headline and we should be free. I really don't know the whole lineup to speak on it, because I don't know who's actually performing, but I did see a couple of major artists that's not from North that don't have peaceful records. So.
Yeah, y'all hit it on the nose with politics. You know, it's bigger than just the lineup. It's bigger than Newark artists just being on that stage. Like you said, they bringing these big names out here to bring, you know, light to the city, but for the wrong reasons.
Right.
So that's definitely it, man.
My next question was for you. Where is it? What was your come up like, as far as like being raised, your family,
My background.
Your upbringing.
Yeah, man.
Let us in your life a little bit.
Yeah, man. I grew up. I was born and raised in High Court Projects. You know, my family, they originally from North Newark, but then, you know, when I was born, a lot of my cousins, they moved down to the Ironbound section, and man, growing up, you know, just like every other projects in this city, man, it's a lot of gang affiliation. You know, so I was growing up in the projects where it was Grape Street Crips, man, and like every day when I go outside, I was faced with, you know, those challenges of being influenced, you know, to gang banging, and you know, but I was a kid who like stayed away from that. You know, I thinking about it now, it made sense. You know, I was always a wise kid. You know, I grew up. I was playing basketball. You know, elementary school, and I also I used to go to the church up the street. You know, from my projects, and that's where I met my youth pastor. You know, he was a guy who came from Japan. You know, his dad told him, hey, come to this church. And he started a mission to, you know, bring in kids from the community, you know, to teach them about God and to just get them off the streets, you know. So I was always that positive kid, man. I wasn't perfect, you know. I got into trouble. I got into things that led me into making sure, you know, that I am who I am today, you know. So, yeah, that was me, man.
What advice do you have for kids who coming from poor households and there's barely any food and they feel like they have to get in the street?
Man, I would tell them, I know that it's hard, you know, but always remind yourself of the position you would put yourself in, you know, when you decide to go out here and make the wrong decisions. It's not going to lead you anywhere good. You know, joining the gang, it's going to either lead you dead or in jail. You know, I got to, like, see that myself. You know, one of my cousins, he grew up, you know, wanting to be part of a gang, wanting to be in the streets. That led him to being dead. One of my friends who I thought wasn't my friends, you know, did bad things. That led him in jail. You know, so as hard as it is, you know, find ways to be able to, you know, work in your community, you know, knock on people's doors, ask them how can you help them, you know, clean up their front yard or whatever. You know, surround yourself around positive people, and you don't need friends. You know, like a lot of kids think they got to be down with a certain crew. They got to hang with these people because they feel as though, you know, that's the thing to do, and that's how you get in trouble. You know, so I know it's hard, you know, but make sure you stay on track.
Yeah, I could say for me, when around 17, you know, I was moving a little fast. I was being like fast, you know, as far as sexually and everything. I was out there doing it, and I made a baby. So I was like, damn, now I need to make money. So what I'm going to do? So I knew I couldn't just come out here and sell drugs and X, Y, and Z, because then I'm going to get locked up. So I just started like around downtown, Irvington Center, walking into every store. I said, you know what? I'm going to walk in. I'm going to ask everybody, every store, are y'all hiring?
I got to give you that, man.
And I walked into every store until I got the Family Dollar, all the way in Springfield, all the way up. And, you know, one of the last stores. And I talked to the manager, Julian, who is now a Dollar General right there. And he gave me the job. He was like, you know what, sit right there, get on that computer, and do the application. And I did the application, got me my first job, and, you know, I went from there. So, yeah, you definitely can figure it out. And I feel like as long as you, whatever you want to do, if you try your hardest, God will make it easier for you. So that's the advice that I would give out to them, to piggyback on what you were saying.
Definitely, I agree, because the streets is very, I want to say, traumatizing in a sense, and kids are definitely easy to influence.
Yeah.
So definitely we have to have some type of conversation with them before they can understand that this is not the routes, because of the things that we went through. Like you said, where you from where they turned Crip and they gangbang. Where I'm from is the B side. They was Bloods, and before that happened, everybody was friends. In my city, my part of the town, they split up. The Bloods went this way, the Crips went that way. People who was friends, best friends, wasn't friends anymore.
Yeah. And I found out from this guy who support me, his name is G. He was telling me, we was at I forgot what the spot is. I've been promoting on my page. It's Soul Food Flavor of Soul Flavor. They gonna be
Where's
so
that?
mad at me. It's in Rawway. Flavor or something.
I saw that video too.
I can't think of the name. I can't think of the name right now. Feed your soul.
Feed your soul.
And we was met the guy at Feed Your Soul. I didn't.
Shout out to Feed Your Soul.
Yeah,
man.
Come check y'all out.
Good spot. Yeah, the guy, I met him in there. He was like, yeah, I support you. And then, you know, I ran into him again, and he was telling me about North. He said back in the day, you know, every block had like a team, like a football team, a basketball team, and they would go against each other. And I'm like, what? He was like Brookdale, this block. He was like, they still be doing something like that? I'm like, no.
They
beefing with the block around the corner.
For real, right around the corner.
And I just feel like we need more of that in our community, and we need more positive brothers who've been through things and that's willing to get on Front Street. When I say Front Street, like these kind of platforms and speak, because look, I feel like if we can't reach, we could reach one on a daily, like just going outside and reaching them. But if we get on a platform that they all using, we could reach hundreds, thousands. So I feel like, you know, we got to use this technology to help our community out. I got so many questions.
But just speaking of that, let's just stay on that. That's where I'm at right now after having the conversation. You know, after speaking with you the last time we met up, I'm trying to now figure out, you know, how can I use my platform outside of, you know, what I'm doing in the schools to continue my message on social media, because
what you doing in the schools?
The book bag tour. Man, so what I put this music program together. It's titled the Book Bag Tour, and it's actually a full recording project that I'll soon be coming out with next school year, and it's basically music ministry. It's a hip hop show I put together to, you know, motivate and encourage the youth to not only do great in school, but to be wise about the decisions they make, you know, building a character, and, you know, just overall uplifting them, man. And I started this back in 2017. You know, we've been building our name in the city of Newark with the Newark Board of Education, and in 2019 it actually ended because COVID came. So when COVID came, that shut us down for a few years, and we just now getting it back this school year right here, man. So, you know, just like I said, trying to continue my message, you know, on social media, finding that niche, how you told me, man, because the power of, you know, social influence, the power of social media is powerful, man. You can reach thousands and thousands of people, you know,
the world, bro.
Right.
Yeah. The world, yeah.
And you know, I had to act a little bit dumbfounded. You looked at me like, man, how you don't know what the book bag tour? You was with me. Like,
definitely for the people who don't know.
But, like, you know, for the people out there that don't know what's going on, who don't know, you know, your face and everything, you know, it was quite an experience seeing you on that stage, you know, doing what you're doing at these schools from kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade, sitting there watching you perform is crazy. And it's like you give these dope songs, and then you get them a talk in between. Yeah. You know, and I seen the way you captured the audience, and you just, so you could tell that you're passionate and that you actually care. Yeah. And seeing that inspired me as well. Like, yo, he don't care. He just up there. He's speaking how he feel. It's transparent. He not holding back. And I'm like, the kids loving it. He captured it. I'm like, this is really dope. And you actually pushed me. I don't know if I told you before, but you pushed me to want to get out there even more, because I'm like, look at this dude. He don't have no super big platform, but he doesn't care. He's going to still get out there and put in the work. So I appreciate you, and I applaud you on that, man.
Definitely, man. Appreciate that. And vice versa. You know, you inspire me, you know, when it comes to getting on our platforms. You know, like, I know once I find, you know, my niche with that, and it's there. Yeah, you know, like I'm going get right, man. But yeah, you have been a guest to the book bag, you know, on the book bag tour, and you know, I felt as though it's not gonna take nothing from me, you know, to bring somebody on, man, especially somebody that has a bigger follow than me. You know, I don't look at those things. You know, I don't have a selfish heart. Yeah. You know, and like you said, when it came to seeing me on that stage, just pouring everything out of me, like, I'm passionate about my people, man. If there's somebody else that has a story that has a message that's relating to where I'm trying to get, you know, and my goals to reach my people, you know, I'm gonna definitely bring them on, man. So, you know, I felt like even having you there and your story, man, added on to the power and the message of what we was getting out there to the kids.
And that's the problem about, you know, our city, you know, and our state. You know, I feel like Jersey don't support each other their own enough, and I feel like if we both got the same ending common goal, why not come together to make a big thing? So I'm not gonna be stingy over my platform. Like, it makes no sense, because I don't know why so many people think they could just do it by themselves. Like, even rappers, you know, you're gonna need a team. And if you got all of these people around you and everybody a rapper, how y'all gonna get somewhere?
Exactly.
You gotta have the person that want to promote. You gotta have the person that want to do this, and that, and the third. Y'all, the whole crew can't be rappers.
That's an example everybody like always give. Like everybody can't be the rapper.
Right. Another thing with like what you were saying with supporting, a lot of us in our cities and in this state, they have hate in their heart, so they don't want to support because he blow up, he ain't getting attention. You ain't getting attention, or whoever ain't getting attention. Is too much negativity inside the circle, inside the community, inside the hearts, inside. It just goes back to a root of how we being raised and generational curses and generational habits. Is all that has to get broken down into an understanding, and until people understand Rome didn't get built by one person.
And we can't, keep allowing. We got to speak up. Like all these platforms, they just, what they talking about? They talking about BBLs, who's cheating, who's this, that, and the third, things that don't even
matter.
Low vibrational conversations is in the way at this point.
Do you like BBLs? Do you like BBLs?
I don't like BBLs.
Nobody like BBLs.
Like nothing fake.
Nobody like BBLs.
Like everything authentic, even my woman. Everything.
How do we change the mindset of the youth?
Man, it start at home, man. And it's just that simple. And like you said, you can still be raising your child to, understand the difference between negative and positive, and they can still, be attacked by social media and all of these things, man. So back to your question. I think it start at home, man. Even with knowing that your child is gonna be tested, like you gotta really raise your child to understand and know. At first, it start with, understanding and recognizing who they are. Building them to have a good heart, to be humble, to be grateful. So I feel like it start at home. Definitely.
Yeah, that's why, in my household, I had to limit so much of the phone access and things like that. At one point in time, my daughter, she had like a Android phone and all these different things. And so I was like, you know what, maybe we need to take that and just give her a flip phone to call and stuff like that. Because when you have too much access and too much alone time to look up different things, and I feel like I said on a few other podcasts, I was like, look, kids in today's society are being exposed to way more than we were when we were younger. We came up, we was a little fast.
Yeah,
and we was
wasn't
thinking,
perfect.
Yeah, we was thinking, but they could just really look it up. What I mean? This is not staying up to see BET Uncut. You could go and literally look it up.
Right, they're going into porn because, like you said, you could teach your kids about positive and negative things. They're gonna do it whatever they want on their own, and they go to school. We don't know what these kids is being taught at home that's influencing our kids. So that's another thing. Yep. Like you said, the access to these things is a problem.
And a lot of parents are not having these conversations about the potential harm and what they could be seeing. Like, you got to have tough conversations with 10-year-olds.
You have to have these conversations, but the thing is, even with that, what do we do about the parent who has the same mindset as the 10-year-old?
And that's where it's dangerous, man.
That's where it's
because
extremely dangerous.
Because when the parent don't know any better,
and then what
trickles down to the child.
And then what happens when that kid has a kid, and then now we have generational habits. We have generational curses. And then nobody knows the problem, and you yelling and you screaming, but not looking in the mirror. It's you.
Cycle.
It's
and
cycle.
That's the thing we gotta break by making these platforms and getting out there as black men that has taken accountability for all of their actions. It's like, look, we're gonna put this out there for y'all to learn. This is not to argue. That's why I was debating about having, it was a thought having people up here who thought that way, the way that we're going against. So we kind of like challenge these things and get somewhere. But I said the audience might be looking at that and be like, yeah, that person was right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let your kids do what they want. Let them do this. No. We're going to put out the platform of what we want to see, we want to hear, and the people in the comments could challenge that.
Yeah.
But we're not going to have somebody come up here and argue us down. That's what we're not going to do.
It's scary, man, because like you said, when you think about, a parent that don't know any better, how is your child supposed to know any better? and that cycle just continues.
That's a monster.
vicious
That's like a venom. Like that thing that jumped on Spider-Man, and it's one of them things. Like, how do you escape that? The thing is, like you said, we have to be more active, and we have to talk about these things. We have to say, hey, yo, that's whack, that's corny. We have to challenge the people who's not thinking, because no one challenged their thinking. That's the only reason they think like that. If, let's say, you have a baby girl and you raise her in the house with nothing but strippers, what do you think going to happen?
Exactly.
It's a possibility that she may say, hey, nah, I sing too much, I don't want to be nothing like y'all. But it's a bigger possibility. Hey, mommy shaking it and auntie shaking it, and they said get money in, this, that, and
Niggas
gonna do the
ain't
same
shit.
thing. Exactly.
I wanted to share something with y'all. I was watching a clip on Instagram of this business owner. She was a baker from New York. She was getting interviewed, and she was asked, how do you feel about being a generational curse breaker? And she was like, I'm not a generational curse breaker. I'm a generational starter. She's like, we can't break curses, you know? And I feel like we all can relate to that when we think about how much we see, how much we're on somebody in our family that we want to change.
But they gotta want it.
They have to.
Right? They gotta want it, but they not even getting that same, you know, love and information from their parents.
Right.
You know, like I got a cousin right now in my family who, you know, we was at a family function and I saw his older brother passed him the blunt. You know, me being that person of always, you know, challenging my family and my cousins to do what's right. At that moment I was like, what good is what I'm trying to share with him and feed him if he's not even getting it, you know, from his own big brother.
Right.
And it's like when we think about, you know, our families and what we're building, we got to think about how we're gonna be that generational starter. You know, they gotta want it, like y'all said, and that really hit me. I was like, she right. Being the generational starter. You know, we might not be able to break and change everything that was before us.
Right.
And real quick, Heritage Hip Hop said, salute to Oski.
Shout out my guy Karev. That's my guy, man. You met Karev before?
Nah, I just looked up.
Man, yo. I didn't even peek. Shout out to Heritage Hip Hop, man. Heritage Hip Hop, one of the solid platforms out here, man. He is really for the people, for the culture, for the
every time
people,
I get
for
a
the
chance,
culture,
just
man.
look up because you know they typing. You know, especially Shakur. Thanks for chiming in, Heritage Hip Hop. You know,
Shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Big ups. Yeah, man. It starts at home. Starts at home, man. Back to that.
What advice do you have for a teenage couple that think they're ready to have a baby? You know, 16, 17 years old. They think they in love. They having that tweet. They having that puppy love, and they like, man, I don't care what our parents are talking about. They don't have an apartment. They don't have cars. They don't have jobs. They don't have nothing. But they want to have a baby. What advice do you give to them?
Man, I tell y'all, first, continue to get to know each other. Continue to get to know each other to see if that's somebody that you actually want to deal with. Are they worth being with you? You know, first recognizing, like, because these kids don't even know, people don't even know each other. You know, so, and second, you're not ready. How are you going to financially support this child?
Welfare, government assistance.
I'm going to get a job.
Yeah.
Some of them think they're going to just get pregnant and go on government assistance.
I'm going to turn to Scarface.
No, they definitely already
young
know
boys
that.
think, yeah.
I
did a skit about that.
Everybody think they're Scarface.
Tom said he about to hit the streets.
Nah, man, I would tell him, wait, take your time, man. Get to know each other. Ain't nothing wrong with, you know, being friends, man. You know, a lot of that is not being shown. You know, like you said, they waiting to get on government assistance. Like that's like it's a normal thing. You know, you're not ready yet. Forcing yourself to have a baby is only gonna lead you down the wrong road, man.
My next question.
I agree.
What's one thing you had to learn the hard way? Because they about to learn the hard way. They gonna have that baby, and then they gonna have to learn, like, damn, now is another single parent household.
Man, one thing I had to learn the hard way was knowing that people who I thought my friends was not my friends.
I'm over
You know.
30, still no kids.
Yeah, kids in there.
He said, you over 30, you don't want no kids. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, I see that. I'm over 30. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that was one thing I had to learn the hard way, man, because that led me to going to juvenile detention. And you know, and at that time I was in high school. You know, I was playing ball. I was very motivated, you know, to go to college and play ball, and everything was taken away from me, you know, just by hanging with the wrong crowd, with the wrong people.
I can relate. I can relate. That's how I caught my first charge as a juvenile. You know, just hanging with the people who I thought was, you know what I mean, cool, whatever. Yo, hit him, and then hit the wrong person off. They I ain't even gonna speak on that. They might remember, like, man, that was you that hit me off that. You know, we was playing knockout game and all kind of stuff, and it was for nothing. Yeah, you know, it was for nothing, just being stupid.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You got any questions for him?
Nah, cause that was right on the nose. That was the hardest lesson I had to learn in life too. Everybody ain't your friend.
Yeah,
everybody's not your friend, man.
Everybody not your friend. Half of these people not their own friend.
They don't even love themselves.
They don't love themselves. Then they gonna love you.
Right, right. If you live in the hood, a bad environment, when is it a good idea to make a child? Some people, when I asked this question online, some people were saying, you know, when you leave, when you get out the hood. And then some people was challenging that and saying, why should we leave the hood and all this other stuff? So
yeah.
what are your
thoughts? Know, I always say, you don't have to leave the hood. We should all want to leave the hood, but you don't have to leave the hood to, you know, make the right choices for yourself. You know, like I said, I got family right now who I tell this all the time. It's like you gotta want the change. You know, you gotta have a strong mind. You can't let, you know, things outside influence you. You know, you gotta be strong. Like I always say, you could sit me in the middle of the most. I can live in the middle of the most dangerous, you know, area where there's nothing but negative influences attacking me every single day. You gotta have a strong mind and know when you step out there, yeah, you can't. This not gonna get to me. You know, so. I would say
we need more of that. We need more young kings and queens with that mindset, because most of them fall victim.
Yeah, man.
That's
definitely.
I agree.
So,
with that
but your question was,
when is it a good idea, or if it's not, well, whatever you think, to make a child when you live in a bad environment?
Man, when you understand that you have a great partner, you know, that goes for men and women, and if you know you're in a situation, you know, that you're able to afford a child, you know, definitely over, I would say the age of
25.
I was gonna say 25. I swear to God, I was thinking 25, man. I would say 25. You know, over the age of 25, definitely. But you gotta be ready. You gotta know you're ready. No, once you're at that point to be able to, you're taking care of yourself financially. You with somebody that you can trust. You know, so you start making those decisions.
If I could go back, you know, I would tell him, if I could go back in time and talk to the old kid problem, I would tell him, like, yo, hold up, wait, you ain't got to prove to nobody that you could be a father, that you could raise a kid and all this other stuff just because they telling you what they had to do to raise you. You know, I would tell myself to chill out and stop moving so fast and protect yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
A lot of young kids, everybody is not protecting themselves. They think it feel better without protection, and that's a problem because they're getting these diseases, STDs, and they're also making kids before they're ready with the wrong people.
With the wrong people.
We all know what happened when you make a kid with the wrong person.
You go through hell.
It doesn't play out well for you or the child.
Nobody.
And that's what these teenagers don't understand, because they're young. This is their era. This is their this is their generation. So they don't know. They can't think back and be like, yeah, it was like this back in the day. This is what they're growing up in, and this is just what it is.
Right.
And they think it's cool. Like, think everything cool, man.
They think they know it all. They think that they have the answers. They think they can tell you, like an elder, like someone older than them. They think that they
confident in that too.
They very confident and arrogant in it. They don't understand at all. And a lot of the time, like, and I see these young kids in their 20s, and a lot of them mentality be 12-year-old, 13-year-old. Like your mentality isn't there yet for you to even be talking about having a kid, because you're a kid yourself. The maturity level is way different from when we was growing up. We was way maturer than them, and I think as we go on, it lets the vibrations lower with the maturity, because it's people in our age group.
Forget it. They still 14 in there.
They still 14 and 15, and they arrogant with it. Who is you talking positive? You my age, you should be off the same stuff I'm off. What are you talking about?
The ones that be on a blog, ones that don't want to get a job, all kind of stuff, ones that never thought about leveling up. You know, and make an excuse for everything. Yo, you could probably try out that job on this site. You know what I mean? Man, I tried that site, man. That site, man.
Word.
There ain't no jobs on that.
Exactly.
Yo, it's
you know,
crazy,
everything you throw
man.
at them is an excuse for everything. You know, I feel like as long as you put out that good energy, man, it's gonna be some that take it. It's gonna be some that won't.
Be that
But
you ain't gonna reach everybody.
But we're not gonna sit here and just not do it at all.
No.
Yeah, you have to do your job.
No, hell no.
And I feel like, you know what I mean, just getting on a podcast or just doing a video, just getting on a platform could potentially change the future. You know what I mean? You might you might reach somebody and change their mentality, and they might not hurt somebody they're gonna hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might make a skit or a video, and they about to do that. They about to play it out,
In
and
the
they
moment.
and they be like, "I seen a video if somebody acting like this. Hold up, I ain't about to do this. This is dumb." Now you saved that person's car from getting broken into. So the power that we have with these with social media and just being an influencer. You know, a lot of influencers, they influence the wrong kind of behavior, the wrong kind of things, like Sexy Red. You know, bow, 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 shake booty, stress,
I saw the video you put up of her of she had a video of being like naked, no panties or something. One of her songs she promoted.
She took that from BT, but you know she stretched it out. Yeah,
she stressed me out.
Even with that, like, parents, be mindful of what your kids is listening to, because we're not gonna blame Sexy Red. It's gonna go back to you. It's gonna go back to the parenting. It's gonna go back to you conditioning your kids to listen to this and thinking it's okay or whatever. Kids' minds are easy to be programmed, so
it's very easy.
That constantly being banged in their ear, they think it's okay. What's the song she got? F my baby daddy. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, that music being pushed on a women. It's going to make it harder for the men who want to deal with them. Like, we all disagree. We don't like BBLs. Go tell the women that. She don't care.
They don't believe that we don't like BBLs.
They don't believe that at all. They see a 735 likes on a BBL, but so, I got to get me one. I want that too. The attention is ridiculous. Yeah. Everyone's dying for attention.
And that's why I say, like, if they could see all that negativity, they're going to see us as well.
Exactly.
They got to see it.
Same way.
Because, look, we could put it on the parents, but some parents, they're not mentally there. You know, a lot of them, like I said, the same thing that I'm trying to put out there is what's causing our communities to be what they are.
Yeah.
And we keep having kids young before we know anything. That's a big problem, because now look at the people that did have kids young and didn't know nothing. There's a big possibility that little Ray ended up locked up or had a hard life, or wasn't no food in the refrigerator, or he been through stuff, or he got sexually assaulted by mother's boyfriend. It's things that could have been, you know, prevented if we would have been already put it in and implemented in our culture that we need to change X, Y, and Z, and it's not cool. Like Sexy Red, I could say when I was coming up, I was looking up to the Lil Waynes and Tupac. I had a good mom. My mom was making sure you got new sneakers and you good. You know what I mean? I'm not saying materialistic things is all we need, but she was kind of trying her best to mold me to something.
To be like that.
But I was heavily influenced by what I was seeing, and then you go outside the environment. Like we was talking about that last time. My brother over here, who is knocked out over there, he was like, the environment. Yes, we do need to, you know what I mean, kind of. And he just resting his eyes, you know.
I'm stretching my neck hurts.
So yeah, I feel like the environment needs to change, and I feel like if we have black faces that's going to manipulate the youth, they're going to grow up to be a problem. Just like that's one of my questions. How do you feel about black entertainment? Is it a good representation of black folk? That was one of my questions, but do you want to answer that, or that we already spoke on that?
Let's get into it.
What is it again?
Okay, how do you feel about black entertainment? Is it a good representation of black folk?
Black entertainment is definitely not a good representation of black folks, man. like we said, it's gonna continue to just trickle down, man. Like everybody wanting attention and just attacking in so many different ways. It's like it's not good for our people, man. It's not good for our people. There's not a lot of positive representations in the industry at all, man. It's what our kids are seeing and they thinking it's cool. It's not.
And I feel like just because we do something in our household, we can't expect somebody else to be doing it in their household.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole thing when we talk about environment, when we talk about community, you know, that's why we gotta, you know, promote this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you wanted to say something now?
Yeah, I agree with you with what we teach in our households. The next person may not be teaching in their household, and that's where we have to bridge that gap.
Bridge the gap.
We have to do that because that's a major thing. Like your kid could influence somebody else's kid to do the right thing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Right. Like it's no more every man for himself, every household for himself. We gotta think about our community. Because your kid down the road could hurt my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And it goes back to how you feel about black entertainment. You don't feel like it's positive. We have the power in communities all over the world, all in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
We can be the new industry. We don't need them at all.
Yeah, because that's all they push is just negativity, and it's sad, you know what I mean? Because, you know, some people feel as though they have to imitate these things in order to get money.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, I want to get out the hood so bad. I don't see nobody else in the hood that's getting money.
Mm-hmm.
They don't glamorize the lawyers, the artist. I can't even pronounce it. They don't promote none of that stuff. The people that's actually doing things, becoming mechanics, police officers, firefighters, just doing different things. We don't glamorize that. We only glamorize the rappers, the
cool
singers,
stuff, the athletes. That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
so what you think is going to happen? That's all the kids want to be. You go to some of these schools and talk to these kids and ask them what they want to be when they get older. They're going to say a rapper, basketball player, or like it's more to life. Before you know it, we're not going to have any doctors in the black community.
Mm-mm.
We're not going to have any doctors. We're not going to have any police. We're going to have all white police. I'm not saying I'm not racist. I'm not going against
right.
but we're not going to have nobody in our community that understand us where we're coming from because we are not doing it. You know?
You're right. If we don't get a hold on it now, then we heading down the alley that's really dark. So if we really want to see a change, it starts with us. Like we really have to put that foot first and really want to see change in our communities, because if we don't, then what are we doing? We failing, because we're going to blame the next person. When we have the chance, we can be part of that positive push and that positive change. Not just us, but I'm talking about all of us.
Yeah. Like you said, we don't need them.
We
Start
don't
with
need
us.
them. We don't. We got people who know how to get behind the camera. We got people who know how to set up shows. We got people who great actors and writers and all. We don't need them. Mm-hmm. But the first thing we do, we see the money and hey, we could do this, and it's like one of these rappers was calling it the chitlin circuit or blackface or whatever, like just jiving like for some bread. Like we don't have to do that no more. We have enough intelligence in our community. We have the resources to do it on our own, to build the industry. We don't need y'all bread no more. We know the Jews run the industry. We don't need you anymore.
Like, and look, not even to cut you off, I'm about to let you speak. Like, I put up a post, I want to say last night in my story, and I said, I was talking about the Trump thing, but I had put under it, I said, DM me IG tags of people who's doing something positive, like similar to my content.
Yeah.
Nobody sent me anything.
Seriously.
And I might run into like one or two on the. We should have hundreds.
Yeah.
Thousands of people trying to uplift the community.
Right.
We should have hundreds of thousands because we all see the same problem. But you know what I see? I see everybody trying to be a drill rapper. I see all the young women with their ass out on social media, and you can't challenge none of this. You can't say, I think you should put some clothes on.
And when we all see the same problem, there should be more positive, results to be able to solve this.
Right.
It ain't.
Because if we all have that power, we all have these phones, we all have Instagram, why are we not? But as soon as something happens, somebody gay, they find out somebody gay, everybody's sharing it.
Exactly.
As soon as we find out something that
quick like that.
O.J. Simpson, he did kill him, nigga dead, and they still talking about him. Let's make this right. We make the wrong things viral.
Yeah,
right,
bro.
We easily. our attention goes straight to negativity before it goes to something positive. It's like a habit. It automatically goes there. He asked for something positive. No one shared it. But if he would have asked, "Hey, what's your thoughts on Diddy's situation?" Comments would have been
crazy.
Filled.
Right, yeah, right. How can we fix the neighborhood? One comment, probably none. I'll probably be the only comment.
Did
what happened with Diddy? Did he do it?
A million.
Yeah, that's the problem,
Yo,
man.
man.
And I don't know if it's our algorithms that's just pushing it to the ones that's most likely not to comment, or is it just us not paying it no attention so the algorithm just think it's a bad topic?
They got so many things in place for that algorithm to go them different ways, and one of the things that they attack first is the female mind, because females are more influential than anybody. They can get somebody to look at it or whatever. So if they talking about it, then everybody's going to talk about it. So once they understood that it was ball game. Just like with Sexy Ray, she's an industry plant. Whether she know it or not, they know that she was going to be the thing that was going to influence the younger generations to have them stuck on that. Like, a lot of people don't know who Rhapsody is. Great female rapper.
Tell them about it.
They don't know who she is, and they're not going to push her because that's going to influence other young women, and it's going to change the whole dynamics of things.
The community would change, and people don't think that music got that much power.
It has.
Yes,
it does,
bro.
It does.
It does. You know, even like the Lauryn Hills, and you know what I mean.
Lauryn Hill's, the Rhapsodies. He gave a great example.
Yeah.
Rhapsody is somebody right now who's in today's world right now. Who's that positive, uplifting
female.
You know,
right.
Stuff as a woman.
And then
but that ain't being pushed
at all. Of course, they're not
that.
gonna push that, but we gotta push it because they not gonna push it.
And then I started that conversation, you know, women going for the drug dealers, the gangsters, the people in the streets, giving them chances. You know, some say they was tricked. Some say that's all they see in their neighborhood. And then I feel like we have to touch on loving yourself, like we were saying, loving yourself. Yeah. You don't have to lower your standards for nobody. You don't have to fuck with Ray and just because that's all you see right now. And I feel like they promote that in the music. I was listening to this song with Remy Ma and somebody, and she was like, hood niggas and drug dealers and game biggers with a big thing and a dick and that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? You know, it's somebody right now that's probably 16, 17 years old listening to that, like,
or 6 or 7 listening to that.
Right.
And let's talk
thinking
about,
that's what it is.
Let's talk about how these artists have kids, man.
Right.
Let's talk about how they have kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, what you doing?
And a lot of the times, the artists don't let their kids listen to their music. But they don't care if our kids listen to their music. I mean, of course, the record execs, they don't care because that's like... we know McDonald's is bad. We've been raised on it. Some of us probably eat it. Some of us don't. But the CEO, he not feeding that to his kids because he know what's up.
Yep.
Right.
Same thing with Pepsi or anything else. They know what's up. We the only ones that's lost behind, and we the number one consumers of everything. Without us, all this shit die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Our people don't see that though, man.
And that's why I be like, Meek Mill just said it's a thin line. That's why I come up here and I have these conversations because we get paid more to rap about that ignorant stuff, you know, and just hearing that, you know, what I mean, is it going to ever be a point in time where all of them get on them stages and say,
exactly.
look, yo, we're paid to promote this trash to you guys.
Right.
I'm letting you guys know I'm gonna continue to do it to get my bag, but this is what we doing, like. But I don't know if anybody else is going to be strong enough to do it.
It's going to come to a time where, like Pac said a long time ago, the ground's going to crumble. It's going to swallow up because people are tired of it. We promoting black trauma. So the more music is promoting that same cause and effect in our communities. The same thing over and 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 over because it's a $1 billion industry. That's it.
The older generation never had the opportunity to speak on it on the big major platforms. Now it's getting to a point where we all have a platform, so it's going to slowly build.
Right.
It's going to take time, but
it's going to take time.
It's
But
going
we
to
have
happen.
to do
it's
it.
going to crumble one day.
We have to get hands in the streets and start talking. And we need more females that's having these conversations like us. We need these things because if we don't, why nobody thinking about the kids? Where's the love? We know what hate do. Let's find out what love do.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And like I said, when I went to Team Academy and I was preaching to the youngins, because I used to go to Team Academy. And you know, I told them, I said, we look crazy to the people on the outside looking in. You know, we rapping about killing each other. We the ones dancing to it, all this shit. You know, the people on the outside, they think we just monkeys and just this and that and the third. I said that at the other school, too.
You said that at the last show, too.
I said that at Peshon, too. They right next to each other.
They need to hear it, man.
And I'm like, we're doing exactly what they want. We're doing exactly what they expect of us, and nobody else understands us but us. You know, we shouldn't be fighting each other. We shouldn't be clowning each other's shoes, because you know, your mother probably be broke sometime or can't feed you or something. So why would you clown him that's going through something? Now, that's what I said. We should be understanding each other's traumas more than anybody on the outside. Them on the outside looking in. They tried to even blame Barack Obama for shooting Trump. No. And they tried to say Trump did it, and then he referred to black people as that's all these people do is steal, kill, and lie. I'm just like, damn. Why do the people that don't really interact with us got this bad taste of us? Yeah. I know hate is hate, but we got to draw a line where we got to say, look, stop promoting us like this. They would take a video from 10 years ago of a black person doing something bad and blow it up now, put a new caption on it. You know, when it's thousands of videos of other races doing anything, but it's us. We're on the front line. Just like we're on the front line as entertainment and everything else.
Right.
We're the most talked about race on this planet.
Right.
When do we say, nah, we're not fucking with that?
Yeah. Right. Like, it goes back to what the brother was saying. It's the mentality. We have to build the mentality. Get the people we can get to understand it, but then the new kids that's being born, we have to get drill that in their head. Hey, yo,
now,
exactly. This is a circus. We ain't doing that at all.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying my best to build this. You know, I get tired of things real fast when I don't get the results that I want. But I ain't gonna do it this time around. You know, I'm gonna just keep pushing, because you know the vision that I have for Survive in Newark. I want to see a Survive in Chicago and see some brothers get together on a podcast and talk about the things they've been through and how they got out of it and how they became something positive. You know, I want to see that. You know, I'm tired of just seeing the negatives being promoted, because the kids, they looking at that, and unfortunately, they following behind it. You know, whether we can say all day long, the parents, they being influenced, and it's working.
Right,
it's working against us. We gonna get into some more of these questions.
Yes, sir.
What age should you have in a car in an apartment?
A car in an apartment,
or you know, your own space. Man. Does it matter, or is it?
You know how families be like, your ass getting out, you 18.
Yeah.
That's the holder. That's another.
Let's have this conversation.
That's the most traumatic thing that you could do is kick a kid out at 18.
I agree with you,
because 18 is not enough time to be mentally ready for the real world. We the only race of people on the planet that does that. Chinese people let their kids rock out until they get on their feet. Spanish people let their kids rock out till they get on their feet. The Europeans let their kids rock out till they get on their feet. And what happens? They build generational wealth. We the only ones that's
ready to kick them out
at 18.
Man, sometimes before that, soon you get pregnant, 16, 17, you get kicked out.
That's crazy.
You're right. We the only ones, man. People that look like us. Like where's that? Where do that come from?
That comes from trauma. It comes from the struggle. It comes from unstable emotions. We have to heal in our community first and foremost. We have to heal. We need some type of guidance and structure. A lot of our generations, like, we know the black man was removed from the house, so they don't have that somebody to regulate. So mommy was the strongest person, and so now it's like trickling down to what we have right now. Like, until where we at right now, we have these 21-year-olds, maybe the 25, who don't have the mental capacity. They 14 and 15 inside because they don't have their father, or they mama is always have to do something, so she don't really have the chance to really raise them. So they going off social media, the microwave internet, everything's so fast. So they thinking it's exactly my point.
You know nothing. Yeah, man. Me personally, I would say I would give my child, man. Man, I would give them probably like, I know they probably like, at what age? At what age? move out on your own, man, I'll say maybe about over 21. Over 21.
I'm probably gonna rock out to like 25, 26.
I was gonna say 25, man,
because I think you ain't gonna want to be in my house no more at 25 or 26. I think you're gonna be the way I raise my kids and the way I love my kids. I got it. They're gonna feel confident, like, yo, we got it. Daddy did this. Mommy did this. Like, they gonna.
Are we speaking for like back then, or are we talking about right now with inflation and everything going on?
We're talking about right now.
Right now.
We're talking about right now.
Inflation is crazy.
It's serious, yeah. Rent is crazy, man. Sky high. Groceries. Yeah.
So I feel like for me, I want to see that you actually do have a savings. Like, if I do charge you rent, you know, some kids get mad.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna charge.
About charging rent. But me, I seen something, you know what I mean, online. You know, he charged his kids rent. Even if they didn't have it, whatever you got to put up for the month. Okay, if I'm charging you $200 and you gave me $100, they made a savings. So when it was time to go, they had all the money that you know what I mean you've been giving me.
You gotta do those things.
It for you, that type of thing.
Yeah,
right.
I want to make sure that you know about credit, because if you didn't learn in school, now they putting it inside the curriculums to, you know, financial literacy. Before you need to have it. You need to know it before you leave school, before you leave high school. I feel like if it's not being taught in school, we got to learn it in my house. So we got to learn about how to build the credit. We got to learn how to use it responsibly. Well, we got to have a decent income coming in. I want you to get your car first, because that's transportation.
Right.
So car, good income, you know about credit, so you don't mess yourself up out there. Because, you know, most kids, they'll get a $10,000 credit card. I'm not going to say you're going to get 10,000. You might get 5. You get 5,000, you go out there, go to the mall, and you go over that 30%.
You're done.
And now your credit score going down. Now when it's time to get another credit card and you need money for an emergency, you can't do it. So I want to teach them the importance of credit before I get them out there. So that could range from 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
That's the way to go.
That's exactly. Let's just change the narrative instead of just kicking them out when they don't know, because that doesn't make sense. We setting them up for failure. So let's help them as they grow and as we raise them.
But yo, that's the story for a lot of people.
A lot of us.
A lot of people got kicked out. You know how many people right now could tell you that they went out there at 16?
70%.
For real.
I believe. And maybe even higher, because I've been hearing them stories when I was a kid.
I happened to figure it out on their own.
Before it was time for me to leave, I'm like, damn, he a kid like me, a teenager, but you got kicked out your house. Damn, tough love.
You know how many people told me, you don't got a car yet? You know, I heard that back then when I was 16. Man, when I was 16,
exactly.
I had 5 cars. We was crashing them, getting another one next week.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? It was like, yeah, man, we was up there by Bradley Court, man. Man, I'll crash one car next week. I'm in another car. I'm like, yo, how did you do it? So I don't know if it's just a different time or if we don't have that same kind of like push.
Yeah. It's the mentality. We gotta get into that mentality of really being grown women and grown men and grown adults, period, to do what we supposed to do for these kids, because right now we are the leaders. We can't be in a lane and holding them up, because if you holding them up, you part of the shit show.
Yep.
Like, it's no reason that grown adults should be in the same lane as these kids. You have to do what you have to do to make sure that you teaching the next generation something better. We don't fail to teach them to fail too. I'm gonna teach you this because this is why I went wrong. You ain't got to take my advice, but just think.
Yeah, it's none of that right now, because a lot of people doing bad. So
yeah,
there's
man.
not too many
right,
good
and a lot
role
of
models
us
to look up to.
Right, a lot of us is not being authentic, like the brother was saying. Authenticity is very important, because without that, everyone wants to live this fake life. You want to look like you got $1 million and you don't. You got the newest Jordans, but this is falling off. Or
you ain't sharp up here.
Exactly. What good is that? It doesn't even make sense. We have to make sense of our life and stop living in the fairy tale world of fake, lavish life. Is nothing cool about being fake. Nothing cool about that. Who told you it was cool?
Yeah.
Real.
And I got another question for you. Any thoughts on peer pressure and identity crisis amongst our youth?
Yeah, man, peer pressure is a mug, man. Yeah, because everybody feel like, you know, if I ain't doing this, I ain't cool.
Right.
That's false, man. Like, be yourself. Learn how to love yourself. You know, all those things are built in at home. You know, it's so important, man. And people end up down the wrong path, doing the wrong thing, because they felt like, oh, they ain't doing this. They ain't smoking. They ain't the ones cussing. Like, you know, y'all know how many kids y'all walk past y'all hear the way they curse, the way they talking. Like, that shit ain't cool, man.
Nah, it's not. I was at the pool with my kids the other day, and this little girl had to be about 11. She was cursing an adult out, and it was just like, do I say something? Do I mind my business? But the adult handled it the way they should handle it. It's just the fact that it was stuck in my head, like, you a kid and you talking to an adult like that, and it was no fear in the little girl. She just was going off. It's just a thing that we have to pay attention to as grown adults.
Yeah, we do. We gotta have those conversations.
We have to have those conversations. Raise your kids, please.
Hell yeah, man.
That's how I started smoking, peer pressure. You know, just hanging around certain people, and you know, they were smoking. You know, when I was like 12, 13, that's when I started running into kids that was 16, 17 years old, and I was hanging around with them, and they smoking. Like, let me hit that. And before you know it, I'm smoking weed. Now it's a problem. Now I'm dependent. Now I think I gotta smoke it. Now I'm depressed. I hate my life and I gotta smoke this blunt. Oh, I can't eat. I don't want to eat right now. I gotta smoke a blunt first before I eat. Now it's, oh shit, man. After work, oh, I gotta smoke. Oh, during my break, should I smoke this blunt? It's just like, damn, I'm smoking it up. And it got to the point where I put so much money into the weed. If I could get a refund, refund for all of the weed that I bought in my life has just grown. Actually, just my whole life. If I could have all of the money back, I'll be up. I can start a business.
Yeah, I'd be up too. I'd definitely be. I spent a lot of money on weed, but I started smoking weed late. I ain't started early. I was around all of it, so I never wanted to do it. I was that 11, 12-year-old that's around 15 to 16-year-olds and they doing it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm chilling with y'all, but I still got my own mind. I don't want to do it. So
it goes back to me saying it start at home, man, like building them up, you know, with these morals, being strong-minded. Testing them, because peer pressure's serious, man.
Yeah, man. So, what's the goals for you right now? Do you have any plans? Because it is the summer. I know you're not doing your book bag tour right now.
Yeah.
So, like, what you doing now?
Man, right now I'm focusing on creating that social media presence, you know, for myself to be able to get my message out on the internet, you know, outside of what you know, the book bag tour to be, man. So, you know, I'm focused on that. I have a older mentor brother that, you know, I grew up with. I told you we had started, you know, something. We started a platform, you know, just a motivational conversation that we're, you know, starting to put out clips on social media, you know, about being inspired. It's called Doing More with Less. You know, sometimes it's never gonna be a perfect time to get started. You know, we gotta get started now on what you want to do, and that start with using what we have. You know, we got to use what we have to get started and get where we're trying to be, man. So, you know, right now I'm just at that place of just getting used to getting myself out there more on social media. You know, I'm getting ready for next school year for the book bag tour, so I'm just prepping that, wrapping up the project that I have for it, and yeah, man, attacking every day.
Do you have a idea of a niche? Like for social media?
Yeah, yeah, you know, and speaking with you, man, I've been in deep thought, you know, about, you know, thinking how can I use, you know, my platform to get my message out where I think I'm doing. And I believe I got some few ideas. You know, it's gonna start with going to this book bag. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna use this book bag, you know, with some ideas I have to get my message out, and you'll see. You know, I'm gonna start throwing some stuff out there.
Yeah, I'm starting to think about doing my series back up. You know, if you down, you know what I mean, you wanna be. How's your acting? You think you can act?
I think I can act, man. I be thinking about it. You know, I be thinking. I was I know y'all probably follow his name. I think his name Funny Salesman.
Yeah.
And he sell people the spray. He got this spray, and he be talking crazy.
You see the Funny Salesman?
Nah.
Yo.
Oh man, yeah, he funny as hell. He goes to all of the rappers and stuff.
I was watching a few of his clips from his interview, and he was like, "Yo, you gotta first sell yourself. You know, not in a negative way, but just like your personality, And then you gotta. He said it's like talking or having a conversation with like one of your cousins. Like you express yourself when you're around that family member. And it's like I thought about that. Like, man, you right. You gotta really like sell that character, sell that personality. So I feel like I definitely could act, man. I'll be down for like that idea you said, man. Creating that series around Tavon having his positive friends, the negative influences. I definitely have some visions for that.
Yeah, because we seen the Boys in the Hoods, the other movies that tried to give this this depiction of black culture, our neighborhood, and what it's like growing up being in a black neighborhood. And that's just not all. We are just killing each other. We can show scenarios of what we go through, what we do. Like, it is scenarios where it's that kid that's thinking about he don't got no money, so he want to look in cars, or he want to steal a car. There's a kid right now that's thinking about going with his friends to go and look in cars. So if we could show them that scenario and then break it down like, yo, you don't want to do this. He might really be about to, He might look at it and be like, yo, damn, I was about to do that last night. Man, that's not smart to do.
Stop him.
So, yeah, we're going to think about it then, That started,
I think we definitely should really get in tune with that, because if we think about music, most of our music was influenced by movies. Most of the rappers was influenced by something they seen on TV or something they watched. Yeah. So if we change the narratives, now we got a breed of rappers who talking about positive things or things that's going to uplift the community.
Yeah, and that's
it's really in our hands.
And that's the thing about it. We just need to do it.
We got to do it.
That's the thing.
And it's going to snowball. Once it start off as a small snowball, and then it goes down that hill like a big giant. And we definitely should do that. We definitely should do that.
If y'all down, we said it when I got this recorded.
I'm with it.
It's happening.
I got this live, so I could go ahead and take this clip and send it to your phone like we said we was going to do.
This is what's going to happen. I'm with it. I'm passionate about change and passionate about being the most creative person I can possibly be, pushing myself to that limit.
So once I start thinking of this, it's gonna be quick. Like this week, I might hit y'all up next Saturday and say, "Look, bro, let's go and do this little video. Let's meet up at Weekway Park, or let's meet up somewhere, and let's just knock some content out."
Right.
That's it.
No, I'm with it. Just hit me. You just called me today. Is just call me.
Yeah.
It's just call me.
I want to share something with y'all, man. When you ask me, do I know how to act? My partner, he told me. We had a conversation. It's in the clip we had, but he was like, "Yo, once we start getting more comfortable in our confidence, we start unlocking gifts that we didn't know we had."
That's a fact.
So we gotta all keep that in mind.
Yeah.
To push and motivate ourselves to keep going.
Because
unlock those gifts.
It's unlimited. The inner artist is way beyond his limits. Like, it's nothing that can stop us from being the most creative we can possibly be. It's different levels, and we have the potential to unlock it. So what you're saying, that is right on point. That's a fact.
Like you
unlock those gifts.
And like you asked me, you said, "Are you thinking of this shit on the spot? Like, how is this?" Right. It's just like little stupid situations, little things that I was thinking about doing or I did, and I just kind of like just put it into a video. So if you got something that you might, feel like that's a good scenario, run it by me and be like, "Yo, kid, I got this idea. I think we should do a video on it, and I'll play this person, and you do this, and have time on doing this." We could do that.
Right. I want to take it deeper, just in skits. Let's really do something. Like, really.
Well, he made it sound like a movie.
Let's
do this movie. I got the camera guy.
I got it. All right, come on. Let's go. Let's do it.
I love it. I love
it. Like a whole movie. It's so many people who has the talent. We can involve them. We really could do it.
I think we gotta start off. Let's start off.
Let's
not just go in the deep end.
It's right here, like using Tavon like that motherfucker. That's a movie in itself, man.
Get Tavon running to the car, jumping in, like, "Yo, bro," and then the camera right there by the window. "Yo, we gotta go, man." Then put the camera back on your side, like, and you like, "Yo, bro, I don't know if we should do this." And Tavon like, "Come on, bro." Like, what to do in this situation? A, tell them to get out the car. B, drive off. We could do anything to make people interact with the content. You feel me?
Make them think.
That's the key, because that's what movies did. That's what music did. It made us think. Rather, we thought me and you can listen to the same song and heard totally different things. Me and you can look at the same picture and see totally two different things. So that's what it's about, sparking that mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
People, places, and things. Shout out to Richard, man. I tell people that all the time. People, places, and things. That's probably from back a few things we was talking about, but yeah, I just happened to look at the comments again.
And that's the thing about it. Like, you want to always make sure your content is relatable, like reshareable.
What's the 3 R's?
Yeah,
I never got the last one.
I still don't remember what the third R was, but I know it's relatable and reshareable. Like, you gotta make content that's gonna make somebody wanna show it to somebody.
Right.
Like, I'll be on my phone all day and I might see videos and I send them all around like, yo, bro, look, you gotta see this. This is funny as hell. Like, we gotta make content where as though it could be something that they agree on. Just like when I was making all those videos, yo, kid problem, and I was saying X, Y, and Z. It's some people that send it to their kids or send it to their brothers, whatever, that needed to hear it. Mm-hmm. So that's what you gotta think when you're making content, is just make sure it's relatable. Like, and you know, the algorithms is geographically based. So if you're in Newark, it's going to be it's going to send it to people in Newark.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot to that shit. But
man,
I definitely kept all that advice you shared with me and mine.
I
went
crazy trying to figure this shit out, man. Yeah. It wasn't easy building my platform. I only got close to 60,000 followers.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Say only.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How much work you had to put in before you even got to like reaching, like, I'll say 10K followers?
A lot.
Like how
good, but that was more so I was still trying to be the drill rapper under 13,000 followers until it hit me. I said, okay, I got some type of, because once I went to the store, I had did a remix to Lil Durk's song, Hellcats. I'm like, and I'm in the and somebody came up to me like, yo, bro, I seen that freestyle, yo, that was fire, bro. And I thought about it. That's how I wasn't talking about nothing. I was thinking to myself, like, that was trash. I was just trying to get, you know what I mean, trying to make some money off of the dumb shit that y'all like.
Right.
And once I realized, I said, damn, I do have a platform. That's why I started switching it up from there.
You see, and right there, I don't mean to cut you off, right there, just that thinking. When we talk about going back to building that community, better our people, he could have just kept going, but to hit that switch and to say, you know what, I'm gonna curve this. I'm gonna turn it into
I
this.
said people can see this.
Right.
This nigga is happy about it. Oh yeah, and my little cousin, he came to me. He was like, yo, bro, I heard that shit, bro. You really be out here shooting niggas and shit, bro. Like,
it's crazy,
and to see him so hype about it, I'm like, damn, you hype about me shooting some. What? I said, nah. I'm good off of this. I don't even want to put this kind of energy out there, you know what I mean? Because I just know how I come back to you. Everything you put out, karma is a bitch, you know what I mean? So whatever you put out, the universe find a way to make you prove yourself or put you in a situation. Nah, I'm going to put out straight positivity, because if karma work out a situation in the universe that I got to prove being a positive, good person, then I'm ready to do it.
Right.
Yep.
All day long.
And it's authentic to who you are.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. Like we were saying earlier, these drill rappers, shoot them, you shot nobody, stop it. And you shouldn't even want to shoot nobody, but stop it. Like, there's no reason to go that route.
Up to that.
They glorify crime. Now you got people
crime
that
pays.
I mean, it's kids right now rapping about how they stealing cars, and they might really be out there stealing cars.
Yo.
So how does that make you look?
The last show we had, Peshawn Avenue, man, I was talking to the counselor. She was like, yo, in the last year, we had about 10 to 13 kids who came to school with ankle monitors on, thinking it was cool, from stealing cars, and they glorifying it. They in classroom pulling their pants up, showing it off. And I'm like, man, like, it's crazy, man. Like, this is why we here, like, to talk to them, and we ain't gonna reach all of them. You're not gonna reach all of them, man. Also,
I did want to I wanted to get into your song. You had a song, right?
Yeah.
What is it called and what is it about?
Way Off. It is basically about people in your business, and they off.
They way off.
They way off. Like, they think they know, but they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Oh, okay. We're going to get into it right now.
Let's do it.
Sound motivational, right?
like that energy went to a different level. That feel good. The world is chaotic right now.
I told you I need a feature, bro.
I got some figures, bro.
Billy got it bumping. Hydroplaning with my thoughts. Fuck who they is, man. Fuck who they are. Niggas broad still hanging on my balls. They see the greatness, search for my flaws. I ain't perfect, ho, I know my wrongs. And they ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Freaking competition is not my mission. I got the vision, you heard. Mind your business, pay attention. Give it to y'all like a scripture. And damn, I miss my sister. Surrounded by death, with this gold in my chest. I am him in the flesh, this shit a mess. I'm Kanye West, book back 50 cent vest. I'm Pop Bandana, we escaped them slammers. My mama ass whippers must have paid off. My eyes is kinda low, I keep my shade on, flame on, damn. Cause I can't keep the shade off. I can't. They be in my business and me be way off. If they get a chance, I swear they gon' say it off. I said they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off. Shit. Y'all done got my shorty pissed. This 40 lift, go fund me pages, ornaments, no tournaments. I'm on my shit, fuck all this shit. Take all this shit, take all this shit. No thank yous, I move on this shit. Cause I had you stuck in wondering. But nope, not I, I'm a god. She's a goddess, we on our own shit. Voila, back. I be talking God body like proof. I lie, all facts in my rap, you niggas cap. Y'all lie. Niggas try me, it's a homicide. Shit, I been outside. I let it spin outside. My mama told me nigga is no friends outside. I searched in the dirt, I'm like, where's the lie? But I'm back doing me. Crushing shit, I'm patient, not rushing it. Fuck the clock while I'm punching. No fish you conquer. All praise to the ancestors, the man a problem. For the fuckery, come fuck with me. The vibe is like luxury. I swear they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off.
The vibe is luxury.
Man. That was dope.
Yeah,
Appreciate y'all.
I like that vibe.
Like
it
that.
remind me of Dave East a little bit. You fuck with Dave East?
That's my guy.
Yeah, that got a nice feel to it. I definitely love to feature on something like that. That's hard. Both of you guys make good music, you know?
Yeah, I liked that too, man.
Appreciate you. I like you.
We got all put something together.
Yeah,
You know?
100%. Let's knock it out.
Yeah.
Everything happened for a reason, you know. Yeah, man upstairs makes no mistakes. So
Absolutely.
we definitely figure that out. You know, there's a lot of talent here in this room. You know, there's a lot of talent in all of us, all of our black kings and queens out there. We just gotta dig into that deep. Just find out where that.
We
gotta get comfortable in our confidence. We'll
Right.
find those gifts.
Yeah, I like to
I like
start.
that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Telling you, bro.
I like
we
that.
get comfortable in that confidence, and that shit hit me when he said it. Like, yo, you right.
Richard
You know.
Boyd said, "I like that."
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Richard.
Shout out to Richard.
Keep
he
doing
tuned
the
in.
right thing. That's dope. That's hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got about what's that? 20 minutes left. Less than 20 minutes. What you got on your mind over there, Oski?
Just being present, man. You know, being present. You know, one thing that I'm focusing on about, you know, just getting better with speaking, man. You know, as much as no, but let me explain. Let me explain when it come to just like just articulating myself more on like what I'm passionate about, man. Because like I've been like, me and my partner, we're sending each other a lot of like just motivational clips, and one of the clips was like, once we learn how to speak, you know, we get to let the people know who we are. You know, so like I'm motivated about doing a lot of this, you know, and like being present in a moment, you know. So I'm here, man.
Yeah, man. I got a whole lot of learning to do.
We all do, man.
I'm just trying to tap
your manager
into
telling
that.
you beat yourself down every day. You know, we gotta learn to just like, we gotta find that balance and know like we're gonna be okay, man.
You know something?
Right.
Speaking on that, even my old man, everybody be telling me like, look, you're gonna cause yourself to go through depression and all that because you set the bar so high. But at the same time, I wouldn't be here right now talking to y'all if I wouldn't have set that bar high. You know what I mean? Like, just like when I said only 60,000, he like, to him, he's like, that's pretty much, nah I could walk outside. I'm in white neighborhood, and the dude walked up to me, predominantly white, you know what I mean? Predominantly white neighborhood. White guy walking to me like, yo, Mr. Do-It-All. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Word
He
up.
was like, yeah, man, you're the internet guy. I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, he shook my hand and shit. And I'm just like, it's crazy. It's bigger than Newark. But at the same time, I want it to be just
global.
That's dope, you know what I mean? But I'm still in the back of my head like, it got to be bigger than this.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Ain't
that.
nothing wrong with that.
I want it to be bigger than this.
We should all want that.
I understand them
And
because I'm like that with myself. We are our biggest critic. Like, and what they saying, you could cause yourself some type of depression because I went through that. Like, nah, I know I'm nice. Like, nah, I gotta. That inner confidence does it, and just gotta find that balance with it. Like, know it's coming. Like, I know that it's coming because I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my soul. I know that it's coming, and just being confident with it.
That's another thing I had to do as an artist, you know, because I got all kind of music, you know, like the last tape, No Filter, it got a different feels in each song, but I was like, I'm not going to get people to gravitate towards me unless they know my personality. They don't know
That's
who
where
I
I'm at
am.
right now, too.
I was like, they don't know who I am. They don't know what kind of music I like. They don't know what kind of person I am. They don't know what I stand on. I feel like that's how I gravitated towards pop. You know what I mean?
You hit it right on the nose.
Behind the music, Pop was going off about everything.
Everything.
And I said, I fuck with this motherfucker. Like, everything I saw about it, I'm like, I fuck with this nigga, yo. He crazy as hell.
Yeah.
And I really studied that man. I just fucked with what he was about. His mother being a Black Panther, just everything, you know what I mean, that I heard and I saw. And it just man, I was like, we got to go hard for the Black people. We got to do this, man.
Right.
We being counted out, all that. You know, only thing I saw was once he got signed to Death Row, I feel like that's when he kind of like sold himself. You know what I mean? And did what they wanted of him. You know what I mean? But everything around that, everything else, you know what I mean, I really support, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I fuck
Pac
with
was
all
incredible.
that.
That's an incredible
Pac was
artist. That's more than a rapper. That was an artist. So
he influenced me.
Me too.
So
That's
important
my
what you
favorite
said,
rapper.
bro. Like, people need to know who you are. And my man's told me, like, yo, people don't buy into what you sell. They buy into who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
And like even conversations with you is like, yo, once people know who you are, they gonna, you know, once that music come, it's gonna be good.
Right.
You know, they gonna buy into that.
That's why I was like, when I had that small platform was small, whatever, I was like, yo, I got to think of something to showcase who I am and what I think. Like, I used to think like this. I used to be like, man, I'm going to rap like this, get my foot in the door, and then I'm going to buy buildings, I'm going to get little houses, I'm going to do this and that and third. But I said, what kind of person I'm going to be? You know, I'm promoting all that trash to these people and then expect to want to help them. Nah, let me just do it the positive way. I can't expect, you know, any good from negative, because if it's any good that come out of it, it's not from God.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
It's not from him. So that's the whole main goal is just to show who I really am, and then at the end get my blessings and do what I gotta do for the community. I want to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, have buildings and just give employment. Offer employment, offer help, rehab centers and homeless shelters and stuff like that. I want to be able to do that.
Right.
So the people that's not supporting and you listening, that like, follow, share, that people clown me for saying so much, I'm trying to help us.
Yeah.
That's what I care
It's
about.
real.
So yeah, that's just what I'm doing. And I got kids, you know, I care about the community my kids is being raised in. You know, because at the end of the day, it's gonna affect them, and I wanna inspire them to do the same thing. Like, I tell my daughter all the time, like, look, you're my daughter. People gonna expect you to be on this and that, and I want you to be the one that guide these other young girls that might be lost, that might be highly influenced by this and that and the third. I try my best to put on game so she can know what to look out for.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I told my daughter what little boys might say at school. And in the middle of the year, she came to me. She was like, Dad, all that stuff you was saying, they say that, they do this, da, 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 da. How did you know? I'm like, I know.
I was a little boy before.
One of them.
And it goes back, you saying, like, sometimes you got to have that conversation with them, man.
You have to. Them uncomfortable conversations is the conversations that's going to save them.
Yeah.
You have to have these conversations. It's great that you and your daughter life, because there's a lot of fathers who not in their daughter life, and these little girls need their father. They need him. That's one of the things that I stand tall on, because I dealt with females who didn't have a father in their life, and it's totally different from the females who have a father in their life.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah, man.
You know, that father figure telling them that they love them.
Right.
Like if their father's supposed to be their first love or something like that. You know what I mean? They don't have to go out there and search for love. The only thing they're going to go out there is comparison.
That's
like,
it.
Is you like my dad? Is you anything like this man? Because he showed me that he's not going to treat me wrong. He showed me that he's not going to put his hands on me. He showed me all these different things.
Right.
So can you level to that?
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's important. And that's why, you know, I just preach. I constantly preach. Watch who you make babies with.
Watch who your friends are, who you dealing with, the energy around. You gotta vibe with your tribe that's on the same type of time you on, or you gonna crash out here.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of it. Yeah. Everybody is not our friend. Everybody don't have the mental that we on. Everybody ain't going in the directions that we going. And we got to be okay with, like, all right, see you later, or I won't see you at all. Like, we have to be cool with that, because we got to get to where we going. There's so many of us in our communities who are really great people, but we get slowed down, or we get distracted and in a whole nother wave by dealing with our friends because of history, or we thinking that they really no. We have to let them go. It's okay to let them go.
Yeah, and just like how we said, you don't need friends. You don't need all of this. You don't need all that validation. You don't need none of it,
man.
None of it.
Because once you get out of high school, those people that you was walking to school with, they probably not even gonna be around. They might move away. The people you was trying to impress, or the people that used to talk about, they're not gonna be around, because after you turn 18, it's a whole nother ball game.
After high school is a wrap. Might not even see the same people.
Right. After having kids is a wrap. Everybody don't even think the same. Like, I had my first kid, I was 18. My mom was already on daddy mode. So people I was around, they wasn't even nowhere near the mentality where my mom was at.
Yeah.
So they was like, oh, I think he's better. No, I'm a father, you fucking idiot. Like, my mom's somewhere else, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
100%. And same for me. You know, once I have my baby girl and I start looking at the world differently,
different.
I'm like, oh, I gotta be here for her. I gotta do all this stuff, and even getting custody of her. You know what I mean? I got full custody of mine, and my daughter now 11 years old. She look older than 11 and everything. I'm so scared for her. That's what pushed me.
Can imagine having a daughter.
That's what pushed me to get on these platforms.
Yeah, I got 2 sons and a daughter.
Yeah, I got a son as well.
I changed again when I had my daughter, because I had to learn emotional intelligence. Yeah. So it was oh man,
it's different.
It was a whole different wave of evolving. So
man, I've been trying my best to change the world for my baby.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Have to.
I could, tell my daughter everything in the world, but people would be like, man, you can't change the world, you can't do that.
Yes, I could.
But I'm so crazy, and how I think, I'm like, man, I'm going to change the community for her.
Yes, I am.
Because my baby gotta live here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And look where that thought process got me.
Right.
This shit, I be out, man. People really be knowing me from that Instagram shit, and it's like, damn, my crazy thought process really put me where I'm at. So it's not crazy, even though I might call it crazy. Just find out whatever that is in you. Just find out what it is and promote it. You know, it's not gonna be hard finding your niche. It's something. It's there. You just gotta.
It's there.
You just gotta figure out what people's gonna keep coming back to watch.
Right.
Other than music.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Isn't all of us to be the greatest artists that we can be. All of us as an artist, it's all about pulling that artist out. Rather it's rapping, rather it's writing, rather it's acting, rather it's wherever it is, it's inside of us, and we can't be afraid of it. Like you said, you gotta have that confidence, and that's what we pushing. That's what we want to get our people to, regardless. I know some incredible people 10, 20 years ago, they didn't think they was going to be exactly where they at until they dig deep into that artistry of themselves.
Yeah, I know. I was a child care counselor for a little bit, and one of the young guys that was in the program, he ended up becoming a firefighter. I worked there probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and he got out the program. You know, he was bad. Yeah. Got out the program. Now he's a firefighter. Hit me up, saying, "Yo, bro, man. Yo, I see what you doing now. Yo, you really helped me out a lot when I was in the program."
And that's now what matters, bro.
You know
right.
That's what
matters, man.
But I do want to get back into your song real quick, man.
But
bad. Let's get back into this.
Get into it
and see what this is about. This is a long song.
But just play half of it. You can cut it out after the first verse into the hook. You can cut it.
I got it all. That's right, I got it all. I got it all. It's all in my book bag, not one thing missing. Brand new notebook, packing number 2 pencils. Jumbo eraser for when I make a mistake. And my sharpener, just in case my pencil ever break. Gotta be prepared when I'm making my way to school. Can't forget my brain, that's one of my most important tools that I need. I'm young and gotta succeed. Ready for anything this world wants to throw at me. I'm up every morning bright and early. Put my book bag packed full of supplies, lunchbox and snacks. Zip it up, make sure it's tight and throw it right on my back. Me with my friends to hit the school so I'm not late for class, cause I can't be. If I create this habit, they gon' have to suspend me. Staying on the right path is how it should be. So don't make no mistakes, don't be good, be great. And when they ask if you prepared, you can say I got it all.
Discipline. You know, so I'm still kind of stuck on the title. I got the majority
That's
of the
right, I got it all. I got it all. You gotta prove that you're responsible enough to be trusted, and by doing that, you gotta listen and pay attention. Follow all rules and regulations that's given by your teachers, principal, and all staff in the building of your school. And when you're home, do the same for your parents. You have no other option. Later in life, you understand it. Tell yourself that you can do it. Never think that you can't. Become somebody in life. Own the business instead. Get your homework done every night before you go to bed. Don't watch TV too long, cause you gon' need some rest. Study more than you normally do. Life's a test. We all gonna have to pass. One day, don't stress. Make smart decisions and always show love to your classmates. Help each other out instead of roaming in the hallways. You're the future of tomorrow. My book bag's packed if there's anything you need to borrow. I got it all. That's right, I got it all. I got it all. Listen, boys and girls, go to school and learn something. That's what you're supposed to go there for. Always have your book bag packed. Always be responsible. And go to school, man. Get an education. That's the most important thing in this world you could ever want to do. You know. Everything that I need is all in my book bag. If I achieve all my dreams, I can be what I believe. I can be what I believe.
I got them all throughout the project.
I got it all.
If I achieve all my dreams,
If I achieve all my dreams,
I can be what I believe.
I can be what I believe. I got it all. That's right, I got it all. I got it all.
Yo, we are back. That's a nice song right there, man.
Appreciate it, man.
That's a dope
For the youth, man. You know?
I know, man. You performed at the schools and all that.
Yeah.
So, that was dope. We about to wrap things on up. Is there anything you want to say? Any positive message? Your
Man,
socials, everything.
Yeah, I want to first say thank you for bringing me on the platform, man. It was great continuing to build. Nice meeting you, bro. To everybody out there, man. My name Oski. You can find me on social media, Oski Music, OSKII Music, man. Look forward to a lot of great things. A lot of music in the future, but overall just, recognizing what I stand for, man. That's my people. I'm going to always continue to uplift my people, push my people in the community, behind the scenes, everywhere, man. So, yeah, look out for a lot.
I appreciate you coming, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What about you over here, man? My co-host, Southwood App.
Stay positive, man. We have to push the pedal. Push the pedal to the highest frequency we possibly can, because it's going to start with us. We the new leaders of the new school, so let's get to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, and my positive message is just keep doing what you're doing. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. As long as it's positive, keep doing it.
Yeah.
And just love yourself. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself, I love you, and you're enough. I believe in you. I know I can't see who you are, but I believe in you. You got this. Keep on going. And we are out of here. How can I find that music?
Man, all platforms, Oski Music, OSKII, man. The Book Bag song is out right now. I would love for y'all to go get that. The music video is out right now. I shot it in my elementary school I graduated from. It's very special to me. Go check it out.
All right, and we are out. It's playing. It's on.
Just slow down for a second. You walking off fast. Like, let me say something.
Yeah,
She know that she bad.
the train you setting with this
She
one.
got her own bag. She know that she bad.
I was trying.
She got her own bag. I need that.
I be giving up so easy.
I need that. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. I need that. I need that. Look, how you doing? What's your name? Hold up. Are you single? Any kids? What's up? Give you love, friendship, and trust. I know this all sound like a lot, but what? I do what I feel is right. Open and listen, I don't wanna fight. Keep it real with me when I get touchy. Right by your side, we gon' pop shit. I don't cheat, I don't lie, that's that. Looking good, you a meal, you a snack. Would you ride if I let off the strap? All these questions I just had to ask. No wines, no backtracks. I don't do that. No wines, no backtracks. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. I need that. I need that. I need that. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. She know that she bad. She got her own bag. I need that. I need that.
Like that energy went to a different level. That feel good. The world is chaotic right now. I got y'all.
Billy got it bumping.
Hydroplaning with my thoughts. Fuck who they is, man. Fuck who they are. Niggas broad, still hanging on my balls. They see the greatness, search for my flaws. I ain't perfect, ho, I know my wrongs. And they ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Freedom competition is not my mission. I got the vision, you heard. Mind your business, pay attention. Give it to y'all like a scripture. And damn, I miss my sister. Surrounded by death, with this gold in my chest. I am him in the flesh, this shit a mess. I'm Kanye West, book bag, 50 cent vest. I'm Pop Bandana, we escaped them slammers. My mama ass whippers must have paid off. My eyes is kinda low, I keep my shade on, flame on, damn. Cause I can't keep the shade off. Shit. They be in my business and me be way off. If they get a chance, I swear they gon' say it off. I said they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off. Shit. Y'all done got my shorty pissed. This 40 lift, go fund me pages ornaments. No tournaments, I'm on my shit. Fuck all this shit. Take all this shit, take all this shit. No thank yous, I move on this shit. Cause Anna had you stuck in wondering. But nope, not I. I'm a god, she's a goddess. We on our own shit. Voila. I be talking God body like proof. I lie. All facts in my rap, you niggas cap. Y'all lie. Niggas try me, it's a homicide. Shit, I been outside. How I let it spin outside. My mama told me, nigga, there's no friends outside. I surfed in the dirt, I'm like, where's the lie? But I'm back doing me. Crushing shit, I'm patient, not rushing it. Fuck the clock while I'm punching. No fear should conquer. All praise to the ancestors, the man of problem. For the fuckery, come fuck with me. The vibe is like luxury. I swear they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Fuck niggas in my business, they be way off. I said they way off. Dizzy bitches in my business, they be way off.